What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Trader Cause, and I'm back with another video. We're finally doing another recorded video. For those of you that don't tune into the streams or follow me on Twitter, which probably is nobody that watches these videos, I was out of town for a bit, went on a trip to go watch some basketball, some March Madness games, and so that's the reason behind the lack of videos and the lack of streams for, or at least during the past 2 weeks or so, week and a half, whatever it's been. But decided to record a video today, and I'm trying to get back into the grind of posting videos for you guys, maybe 3 times a week, 4 times a week, something like that. Gonna try and get back to every other day. So I'm recording this about an hour before the daily close. Bitcoin is looking good. Last time I posted a video or streamed, I believe it was somewhere down here. And I was talking about how I longed Bitcoin at the top of this 8-hour demand. Take profit was just hit right here on Monday's high from last week. And Ethereum, we longed 1855. I talked about this in the last video and also posted it on Twitter, and just took some more profit here. I'm out of about 80% of this trade. If it makes another push higher into this like 1870, I'll probably close the rest, but I'll talk about what I'm looking for on Ethereum after we cover Bitcoin. But overall, the structure looks really solid. I mean, I know we made this high here. Then we had this tough week of just nukage, and I got chopped up a little bit because I thought the low was in here after the buyback. And then I kind of thought the low was in here after this buyback. And then didn't buy any on this dump. And then once we got this close back in here is when I relonged. But anyway, that's all hindsight crap, so who cares? But where was I going with that? Oh yeah, talking about the overall structure. So we had this high, this low, made a higher high, and I think this is most likely our higher low. So whether this pushes up from here and then trends up, or if this grinds for a little, ranges, maybe pokes down here, whatever the case, I think around this 50K should be our higher low. This doesn't mean that we can't come down and take out this low again, maybe. I don't think that will happen. I think the low is in, and I'm looking to buy any pullbacks, something like this. I would love to get a buy around 53.3, but we'll see what happens. I guess with all that being said, I do think the low is in here. And I am bullish on this. You can see we've kind of, if you want to draw a down trend line here, I guess I should use this if I'm going to actually try and draw it. But we had a down trend line here that we finally broke through. We're above it. Maybe we get some kind of a retest on it there before continuing higher. But overall, things look good. Alts have been moving quite a bit today and yesterday. Yesterday was a really good day. I think it was yesterday. No, a couple days ago. It was a good weekend for pretty much everything. Sorry if I'm a little off track. I need to get back in the rhythm of recording videos. I'm trying to think about what I wanted to say. But so daily close is in an hour. This looks like it is our Monday's range for this upcoming week. So that gives us a little bit more structure with how we can take trades. I would love to get a retest of 53.3. As I said, I'm not sure if we will get that, but if we do, I will absolutely long it. I'm not sure if the low is in yet for the week. It could be, but we'll see. I think this is a nice SR level here with Monday's mid-range. So maybe early in this new daily candle, we come down here, bounce from there. Next target I'd be looking for is this high and these like almost equal highs. I think that is a clear objective for price to reach for, but I don't know if we're going to get that before we see more downside or not. So I guess the basis of this video, or the main reason behind it, I'll lay out a couple scenarios of what I'm looking for, because that's probably why you guys are watching in the first place. And then we'll see where we go from there. So if we do make a move up here, I think that's a possible short setup. Sweeping that high and then breaking back below, I'd be targeting here, Monday's low, and then this 54K SR. And it could be a sweep of just Monday's high and then break back below it. It could be a sweep of these equal highs and then break back below. I'd probably want to see a break back below this level, this initial high that we made. I think that's the more key level. Or it could be a sweep of this Monday's high, right? From 2 weeks ago now. So those would kind of be the short scenarios, and you don't have to short if you don't want to. It could just be take some profit if you see that, or sells. Well, I probably won't be selling spot. I like to short, like hedge short instead of selling spot, because if you're wrong, let's say we get this. Let's talk about hedging versus selling spot. Let's say Bitcoin comes up, sweeps this high, starts to break down. You're like, okay, I want to decrease my exposure. So your two options are short some Bitcoin to hedge some of your spot holdings, or sell your spot holdings. I always prefer to short to hedge my spot holdings, and here's why. Let's say you put your stop loss here. If this rips up and stops you out and then keeps going, you're still in your spot holdings, so it's okay. You're probably in the green once it breaks 63. I mean, probably once it breaks like 62. If you just opened a hedge short. Now, on the other hand, if you're like, okay, this was a sweep of that high, I think we're going to come back down to the mid 50s. I'm going to sell some spot. So you sell some spot here, but then Bitcoin does this, stops you out, and it's above all-time highs, and now it's just trading in price discovery mode. So when do you buy your spot back if it's going like this? You might not get a dip until like mid 60s or something, and then you really screwed yourself, versus if you just shorted here, got stopped out, and then you're riding this whole thing with spot. So that's why I like hedging instead of selling spot. And I guess if I had to summarize that in one sentence, it would just be, or I guess the main reason behind that, given that example, is just how do you know when to buy your spot back? Like, it's harder to get back into your spot than it is to just be stopped out of your short and then you continue riding spot. So I hope that explanation makes a little bit of sense. I might just be rambling, but those are the hedge scenarios that I'd be looking for. And I'm trying to think what else I was gonna. Yeah, so those are the hedge scenarios that I'd be looking for. Buy the dip scenarios that I would be looking for. I think you could take a long off of this level if it comes down right now. Because I do think that this has some more upside objectives to take before giving a bigger dip. So I think, let's say we get an early sell-off on tomorrow's daily candle, comes into this 56 region. I think you can long that with a stop like here, targeting both of these levels right there. However, if it went up first, then I don't think I would want to long this level. If this goes up first and follows one of those hedge scenarios, then I honestly think it probably comes down for Monday's low or for this 53K SR. The reason behind that is if we dip here first, I don't think an upside objective has been met yet. I don't think price is done doing business up there if it dips right now. But if it pushes up higher and kind of finishes what it wants to do, takes some upside liquidity, then I think it dips further than just this level. And maybe it does go down to there and gives you a little bit of a bounce, but then continues lower. So that wouldn't really be the long scenario that I want. So I guess to summarize, a dip straight down to here would be a long targeting 59.7, I guess. Let's just round it off to 60K. It'd be 56.5-ish to 60K, I think would be a great long opportunity. If it goes to 60K first, I would be looking to hedge down to at least Monday's low at around 55K, but ultimately I'd love to get some longs filled around this 53K area. I mean, if you look at things from a higher time frame, zoomed out perspective, we still kind of are range bound. Like, people want to get excited about all this price action, but in the big scheme of things, hold on, let me pull up this chart because I think I don't have much on there. I really like this range on Bitcoin, and as long as it's in here, I think we're still range bound. Like, we did kind of have a fake out above it. Well, we also could have a range right here, actually, because this is the most recent price leg that we're trading within, and that mid-range got respected pretty well. But in that case, we're just trading within this upper half of the range. And so I don't think it's long only or up only mode yet until we kind of get a clear breakout above all-time highs. So if we go back to this chart where I have more stuff on there, basically a break and a hold above this 60.7K. That's when we go back to just long everything mode. But I don't think we're there yet. I think we're still a bit range bound here. And so that means I'm looking to kind of play both directions if the setup presents itself. And ultimately, we could just keep chopping around in here for all I know. You know, we don't know what's going to happen. That's why we just got to plan for scenarios. This 60K, I would be looking to hedge around there. And 53K, I'd be looking to long. Those are probably the higher time frame positions. And then we talked about the other stuff. I don't want to keep rambling on. I already know I'm doing a good amount of that. So I'm going to look at Ethereum too really quick, kind of explain these scenarios that I have drawn out, and then I will let you guys go. Try and keep it under 20 minutes. If Bitcoin does pull back if it does pull back to this 53, I would be looking to either buy here or buy around this 1640 area. It all kind of depends on ETH BTC, and I can look at that soon as well. But like, if this keeps going up a little bit, ETH USD wouldn't pull back as hard as Bitcoin. So I would just kind of try and time those together, right? So if Bitcoin is around this 54, 53, then I'll be looking for longs on Ethereum as well, whether that's going to be at 1720 or if that's going to be at 1640. We kind of have to wait and see on that part. But we had this range marked out for a super long time, and we were playing the extremes of it, looking for longs in the range low, looking for hedges or shorts in the range high. This one was particularly clean, this sweep into supply there. And then we broke down below this range, dipped into 8-hour demand, which was the same level we were playing on Bitcoin. The range low held as, sorry, I'm clicking around a bunch. The range low held as resistance very well here. First spike there, another one here, another one there. And then we finally broke through. And this whole day, we've pretty much just been trending straight up. So I will be looking for either for swing longs, either the dip, same, and I'll time it with Bitcoin going down to 53, 54, as I kind of said a little bit ago, or the confirmation breakout trade will be Ethereum above 1890. And if we get that, I'm looking to swing long this thing for as long as I can and just trail my stop up with it, because that's kind of the last resistance before all-time highs. So the good news is we've got a really strong move here. And if it can push a little higher, I'll be looking to add to my long, or re-add from the 1555 long. And if not, I'm looking for a dip to around here, or take out Monday's low and then reclaim it. But now we have some more levels to work with. Ethereum's price action has been super clean with this range, and then respecting the range low so well here, and then once again there. And now, after this impulsive day today, I wouldn't be surprised if we at least consolidate for a little bit to cool off. So if I had to guess, I would probably say range or retrace on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then kind of trend from there. That doesn't mean it can't push up for another day first, but that's kind of what I'm looking for. And then as far as a hedge or a short for Ethereum goes, it would have to be at this range high. So if this kind of consolidates around here and then goes to sweep Monday's high, and maybe even take out this high as well, and then break back below 1845 or so, I'd be looking for a short into 1760 and 1725. So I think that's pretty much it. I apologize if I rambled a bit more than usual today. Gonna have to get myself back into the video recording mindset, if you will, and try and be on track a little bit next time, but still kept it under 20, so that's not too bad. It's good to be back. I'm excited to start putting out more videos again. I do have a risk management video that I've been working on an outline for, and want to put that out as soon as possible as well. So if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Going to be pushing out more content shortly. So I'll talk to you guys soon.